What? Why didn't you tell me we were about to go live? Jerry, you stupid son of a. Hello. Welcome back to Ballers on a Budget. My name is Corey, and this is Budget News. We are almost 3 games into the NBA Finals, so it's time for the trade rumors to start making their rounds. And as the season comes to a close, and this goes for pretty much any sport at this point, this question tends to come up. Where is everybody moving, and for how much? The first name on this list is Jaylen Brown. Now, obviously, the Celtics aren't going to make any deals without getting something big in return. Possible names being thrown around in this rumor could include Bradley Beal, assuming that he doesn't sign his extension with the Wizards, or could it be Damian Lillard? If Lillard doesn't like the look of his future in Portland and the Blazers feel like they need to trade him, I think Boston stands a pretty good chance of landing such star talent. The next name on this rumor list is Sacramento guard Buddy Hield. Let me lay out this scenario for you. Buddy Hield and Marvin Bagley for Ben Simmons. This seems to be the most popular fan deal as of right now. There is, however, a league source, which I personally have no connection to, that says Philly would want Buddy, Bagley, and 3 future draft picks, which would include the 9th pick in the first round of the upcoming draft. Now, I like Ben Simmons, but I was thinking of it kind of like this. A 2015 Ford Fusion, not a sponsor, will get you to those same points, A and B. But Philly wants to put a brand new 2022 BMW price tag on this, man. Just overcharge them, motherfuckers. But anyway, let me know what you think about these rumors down in the comments. In local news, assuming local to you is New York, which for me isn't anywhere near that, Saquon Barkley has been named New York Giants' biggest draft bust in the past 5 years. So this article I was reading said that Saquon is exciting to watch, charismatic, the perfect face for their franchise, and the Giants fans absolutely love him. Now, I know what you're thinking. I just said he was a draft bust, and then 2 or 3 sentences in, I'm completely contradicting myself. But that's what the article said. It then goes on just to bash him and say that he never should have been a Giant at all. Now, has Barkley struggled with injury? Yes. But I do not think he's the only player holding this team back. I mean, let's take a look at this team as a whole. Quarterback Daniel Jones. I think he's okay. Not great, but I think he's okay. I think he'll suffice until you can find somebody better. Aside from Kenny G, the receivers in Sterling Shepard and Darius Slayton, again, they're just okay. You also have an okay tight end in Evan Ingram. Now let's focus on that 2-letter word that I said maybe 3 or 4 times. Okay. An okay team is not going to get you into the Super Bowl. I think this article was just written by somebody probably from New York, and maybe the Giants are one of his favorite teams. So I get it. Write an article just to vent and move on. Speaking of moving on, Tyreek Hill has moved on and smashed his competition. After beating his teammate Mecole Hardman, who still wants a rematch, in a foot race, he has challenged Green Bay Packers running back Aaron Jones. The race was over just as quick as it began. About 10 yards into the race, Hill already had a 5-yard lead, and when they finished, he had about 10 yards to spare. The next move for the Cheetah, he called out Seahawks wide receiver DK Metcalf. If you remember when Seattle played Arizona, DK outran every single person on the field and probably could outrun every single person in that building just to keep Budda Baker from making about a 90-yard pick six. I believe the Next Gen Stats said he was running about a top speed of 22 miles an hour. This is the matchup that we want to see. So simply give the fans what they want. I think I would still take Tyreek Hill just to get the win. It's pretty much like a 40-yard dash. I think Hill is just a tad bit quicker off of the line, which gives him the edge in this one. But let us know down in the comments maybe who you would want to see in a foot race. Denver Broncos quarterback had somebody toss their nuts nearly in his face just while he was making his way through Kansas. A lug nut happened to fly off of a car over the median and almost through his windshield. One of the patrolmen who showed up on the scene made sure to state that Locke was wearing his seatbelt at the time of impact. How the fuck would he know that? Unless he was close enough to actually see this happen and be looking through his windshield at the same time. Or maybe he was riding in the passenger side of Locke's car. I don't know. I'm just confused on why he would even know about the seatbelt. Anyway, Locke was on his way to visit family in Missouri when this incident did happen. But on a good note, everybody involved was okay, except for maybe the car who lost the nut. Tire probably fell off 5 minutes down the road. Nonetheless, Locke made sure to pose for a photo with the two troopers. Glad you're okay, and I will see you on the field on my TV soon enough. I want to jump to a news segment that I just want to simply call Flash News. I go through a lot of news that I don't have enough time to do deep dives into. So I just want to read you some of those headlines. Tampa Bay Lightning, they ended up winning the Stanley Cup back-to-back years. In MMA news, in a fight that McGregor called the pity fight, Poirier versus McGregor, UFC 264. This fight is scheduled for July 10th at 10 p.m. at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Let's jump back to NFL. Should the Bengals add ex-Steeler David DeCastro? It would probably help them. I have the top three cornerbacks. Coming in at number 3, Xavier Howard. Number 2, Marlon Humphrey. And number 1, moving up a spot from number 2 last year, Jalen Ramsey. In Jaguars news, tight end Tim Tebow, newly signed, could possibly be on the chopping block. Kyler Murray and CeeDee Lamb named all under 25 offensive team. And last and final, we're moving back to the NBA. Scottie Pippen Jr. withdraws from the draft, returning back to Vanderbilt. So that's all the time I have for you, and that's all the news I have for you this week here at Budget News. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one.